All right, all right, all right. I'm back. Try this one more again. All right, people. This might be a little touchy subject for some, but you know, I'm one of them cats. You know, I always been a risk taker, and I keep it real on all fronts. So, I call it like it is, straight down the middle, man. And just for the record, let me put this disclaimer on it right off the break. I don't condone racism from any color, black or white. I don't rock with it at all. So I'm opposed to any type of racism on all fronts. That's to let it. That's just for starters. Now, man, this right here was kind of. I mean, this was a wicked little incident right here. And they like. I mean, the guy he actually live streamed the entire incident. Which man, it's kind of sick in itself. But he did a little manifesto a couple days before, telling what he was actually trying to do, or what he was going to put forth the effort to do. You know, and nobody paid any mind to it, or nobody antennas went up about it. Now, just for start, how do an 18-year-old kid get his hands on AR-15, all that type of ammunition, all that type of you know heavy artillery, body armor, and everything, and nobody thinks about it. Yeah, I'm back, John Shad. Man, they were everything that could have went wrong was trying to keep me from doing this one. So I'm like, man, me, I'm a risk taker, man. So I'm like, I got to come back. I ain't never scared. Appreciate you tapping back in, bro. Yeah, really do, man. That he he come into he picked the neighborhood predominantly black. That was his target. He wanted to touch as many black people as he could. And he kills 10, injures another three. Now 11 of the victims was black. Two of the other was I know the one man was Caucasian. I'm not sure about the other one, the 13th one. So it's like, man, he made it his business to target colored folks. But it's like, man, this is why I be having an issue with the police, man. It's like, cause he a coward, you know what I mean? Straight up, he a fucking coward. If you got enough nuts to go in the supermarket and just open fire and gun down everybody, you know what I mean? When you're done, when the cops and shit coming, then you gonna lay your gun down and take all your gear off, disarm yourself, and lay down, put your hands behind your back, and you know what I mean? Shit, I mean, you ain't want no smoke for real, because you know what I mean. If you really had an issue, you'd have just, you know what I mean. You'd have let it rain. You'd have let it rain. You know what I mean. If you going out with a blaze of glory, go out with a fucking blaze of glory. That's how I feel about it. But this where being the police, this where I have an issue with police. You just watch this man straight assassinate innocent people, and he was taken into custody without a scratch, without a scratch on him, he ain't even get his clothes dirty. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that was a brother, if that was a black man, they'd have aired his ass out off the rip after airing something out. If you they'd have wanted at least one of them. If every officer was good, up and standing by the book officers, one of them fuckers was gonna fire his ass up, you know. But it's like that's where the tug of war come with the cops, man. Because it's like you can't always, when you see a black man, feel threatened, or then when you see a Caucasian man, oh, he ain't that bad. You can't have that mentality across, you know what I mean? And that's across the board. I'm state to state. It's that mentality. You know what I mean? Like he just aired out innocent motherfuckers trying to get groceries for the kids. The one man that was there, he was there to get his son a birthday cake. It's his son's birthday. He was there to get his kid's son a birthday cake and get killed. You know what I'm saying? But you look at this man like he's really not a threat. You know what I mean? Like that's bullshit to me, man. And it's like, man, he had already a year before, he had an issue with a school in the town that he was from, throwing threats out there, talking about what he'll come blow this motherfucker up, you know. That's like, man, that's not enough to make you, you know what I mean? That's not enough to make the authorities pay attention to him. And then he's ordering all this fucking ammo, or his people's ordering all this ammo in artillery. Nobody antennas go up. My little brother, but he's a best friend of mine, a childhood friend. I call him my brother. But him and his kid's mom they was having a tug of war with the kid type situation. And his exact words was, anybody coming here taking my son, I'll blow this motherfucker up. And they had a whole SWAT army. They blocked off a damn near 10 radius block because he said those exact words. And he wound up doing 4 years in prison behind saying, I'll blow this motherfucker up before somebody take my son. So can't tell me his words that he's putting up across the internet and he's doing it, threatening in schools, shouldn't raise no antennas, you know what I mean? It's looked at differently depending on, you know, the skin color. Let me put this out there. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I'm married to a Caucasian woman. Love her to death. Love her to death. Man, I got some of my tightest friends. If I'm in a situation where it's a real situation, a couple of my first 2 calls, it's gonna be the non-color folks. So it ain't about no race with me. I carry you accordingly, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. I violate a black man as just as quickly as I violate a racist asshole white man. The same way. No cut cards with me. I judge the person by the inner self and what they express coming out of them. It ain't about nothing about the skin color, not with me, you know. No, I look right past that. That carries no weight with me, you know. But it's like, man, the reality of it is, most of the people that's in authority in these systems, they look at shit differently when, depending on who's standing in front of them. It could be the same. We all know it could be the same type of case. We gonna get judged harsher, and we gonna get arrested way harsher than someone that did the exact same crime with a different skin color. You know what I mean? That's this country we live in. That's America. You know, it's messed up. We still have to deal with those type of situations in 2022. But you know, this is where we stay. This is, you know, but we're not supposed to talk about that. We're not supposed to bring that to light, you know. But it's like, man, my boss. He wasn't stupid though. He wanted to pick out a predominantly black neighborhood, but he didn't pick out a predominantly black neighborhood for niggas out on the block. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't come through the hood where he got met with some black folk that's sitting out there looking for some smoke. And he got what the fuck he was looking for real. So he wasn't stupid. He wasn't stupid at all. He had selective dislikes for blacks. He wanted to harm selective types of blacks. As if he'd have rolled up in the right neighborhood, the right alley, the right corner, he could have met somebody that's gonna come force with force. You did? So he wasn't stupid. And that's, if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't be selective about how you gonna carry it or who you gonna give it to. No, be selective about it. go for the gusto. If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it. You know, so but it's like, man, I saw in Ontario, California, that there another mass shooting out there. It's like it was one in it was another state. It might have been damn. It was California and maybe Seattle, if I'm not mistaken. It was a couple like today, like mass shootings and shit. Like man, it's like man, that's like evil to me, man. Like what could trigger your mind to make you want to hate somebody that bad or hate a race that bad? You know what I mean? I don't judge everybody the same, man. I mean, I can't possibly think how, because I could never think like that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming at, if I got an issue with, I have an issue with the individual. I don't have an issue with the entire scope of mankind determined by race. You know what I mean? Like, man, if I got a problem with that white boy, I ain't gonna go after every white boy. If I got a problem with that black man, that black boy, I ain't gonna go after every black boy. It's like, man, I'm gonna go after whoever I got an issue with. You know what I mean? So but they'll get him up in there and play, you know. He's crazy. He's not everything's not, his elevator's not reaching to the top. But then we looked at as, you know, real harsh criminals. They should have aired his ass out out there. My opinion. After you lay down that many innocent people, you should not be arrested without a scratch on you. They should have broke his ass up before he got to that police station. That's my opinion. You know? Because it gets done with less victims to a different race. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to, I hope I don't offend anybody, because that's not my intentions. I'm just a realist. I just call it straight down the middle. I have no cut cards, and I ain't gonna bullshit myself, and I damn sure ain't gonna try to bullshit nobody else. Excuse my language, but you know, the system is. We all know the system ain't designed for everybody, but this way it comes. With policing in certain neighborhoods. If you're not accustomed or comfortable enough to deal with a certain environment of people, I don't think you should be policing those people, because you're gonna have a twisted sense of everything, you know. And that's where these problems arise with these shootings with the cops and everything. It's a disconnect and a dislike on both sides, from the citizens and the police, because it's a total disconnect. I've witnessed it firsthand. I've dealt with it firsthand, and man, it's real, you know. So man, let's pray for all the victims' families. You know, let's pray for their families, man. And then man, it's a hard one. And I had a gentleman standing there. He had talked to this guy, but he had talked to this coward the day before. Another black man. He said the guy had on I'm a genius t-shirt. So this guy said he comes every day, grab him a drink, sit on this one particular bench outside the store. And the guy came, the coward came there the day before, had on I'm a genius shirt, and they sat down and chopped it up. He said the guy looked a little out of place, looked a little twitchy, and you know what I mean? Like he was a little nervous and off his square, but he got to conversate with him. And the guy actually said, the older black guy, he actually said, I actually started to believe that he was a genius, because they was having a serious conversation about race, history, all types of things. So he actually said, man, I wanted to see, was he a genius, being sarcastic. But he said after talking with him, he said, damn, he actually might be a genius. So, and then he see that the next day, it's the same dude that he was sitting there with. So man, that could have been, man, he need to definitely say an extra prayer, because he could have been easily one of those victims the day before. You know what I mean? If he'd have snapped off that particular day, man. So man, let's pray for everybody involved. Let's pray for that community. Man, let's pray for all the families of the victims. And let's pray that the systems work correctly. Fry his ass. You know what I mean? When you come in there and do something like that, you you're inhumane. Fry his ass. That's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. Not ashamed of it. That's man. Anybody that do some senseless shit like that, no matter what color, creed, or anything, fry their ass. That's how I feel, man. For real. There's a lot of innocent people just lost their lives trying to go feed their family, man. So that's unacceptable, man. Man, so that's I just wanted to touch on it a little bit, man, and you know, hope nobody took offense to anything how I say it, because I'm not trying to offend anybody. That's just I'm just real about any situation, man. So man, everybody have a good one, man. John Shapp, I appreciate you tapping in, man. Always, bro, man. You always show mad love and support, man. I appreciate that, bro. Man, so everybody, man, I hope y'all have a good one. Everybody be safe, man. Pay attention. We have to, man. Now you have to pay attention when you're in the grocery store, in the market. That's a damn shame, So, man, everybody like, subscribe, and share, man. Like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, Chi-Town's Finest. Y'all know what it is. You got to respect me, but you will not disrespect me. Holla back, folks. We out.